From VTV Channel 6 Studios in downtown Vernal, this is Local Point with your host, Chris Piner.
Hello everyone and welcome to Local Point, brought to you by Ashley Regional Medical Center. I'm David Galen for Chris Piner today. Joining me in the studio, we've got a great show for you. We have Greg Whitbeck and Christy Griffiths of the Dinosaur Roundup Rodeo. And who doesn't just love the rodeo when it comes to town every year? It's such an exciting time. I love it. So first, let's start off by introducing you guys. What is your titles? What do you do?
I'm president of the rodeo this year and last year. Christy is the secretary.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
An awful lot goes into making sure that this rodeo goes off without a hitch every year, right? How long have you been working on this now?
Since right after last year's rodeo.
Last year's ended and this one you just jumped right into it, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so what can we expect this year? Maybe that's different, or that if somebody's never been to the rodeo. Yeah, you know what? Let me back up a little bit. We should tell the audience what they can expect from a basic Dinosaur Roundup rodeo. It's an exciting event. What happens?
You know, this rodeo is a professional rodeo,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a top quality rodeo that we're fortunate enough to have out in the basin. And so when you come here, you get to see the best of the best. And so we have the top cowboys on some of the top horses, and we'll talk about that in a little while on the stock contractor and
Sure.
his livestock. But anyway, I think what we have to offer is just an action-packed night with a lot of fun and excitement.
And it's even more than one night, right? If I'm not correct. Is it 3 nights in a row or is it 4 nights in a row?
3 nights in a row.
3 nights in a row.
July 12th, 13th, and 14th is the rodeo.
And that's is that a Thursday, Friday, Saturday?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay, so July 12th through the 14th. What typically happens on each one of those given nights?
Well, on Thursday night, it's our Tough Enough to Wear Pink and also our Ladies' Night Out. So I believe it's the first 500 women through the gate will receive something pink.
Okay.
Everybody comes to support breast cancer awareness. We have the Ladies' Night Out tailgate party that night, which will feature the men's tight fitting jean contest. So chance for the ladies to vote on,
Very nice.
some of that.
I won't be there for that, I think. I could.
Always a fun time. We also have on Friday night is our Heritage Night. So we go through, what do we talk about on Heritage
Well, on
Night?
Heritage Night is a really neat thing.
Mm-hmm.
We recognize our legendary cowboy. Our legendary cowboy this year will be Dr. Doug Murphy.
Okay.
And we also recognize our young cowboys that we have in the basin. And we have junior rodeos going on all year, and we're gonna spotlight the champions from the junior rodeos all the way up through college rodeo. We have some kids that have really excelled at junior high school and college, so we're really fortunate, and we're going to come right up through to our legendary cowboys. So that will be a special night on Friday night, and then Saturday night.
Saturday night's our military night, and that's where we
Okay.
honor our military and those that are serving now, those that have just been deployed. Just a special night.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Such great entertainment because there's so much more than if you're just expecting to see cowboys wrangling steer. The ones that I've been to, I've been to them since I've moved here, and you got the kids on the lambs running across. What do you call that?
Mutton busting.
Mutton busting. I love the mutton busting. And other entertainment. I mean, the clown himself. You've always got this guy out there who's hilarious, and so you come to this event, and then there's probably going to be a lot of food and other things going on there on the outside of that arena there.
There's always concessions going on.
We have vendors,
Different
different
vendors.
foods.
Yes.
So if you've never owned a cowboy hat, you could probably pick one up
You
there.
can buy one there.
My wife is going to try to convince me once again this year to buy a cowboy hat.
There's nice jewelry
Maybe it's
for the
time.
women.
Oh, maybe I could get her off my back by buying her some jewelry.
There you
we
go. See?
So let me ask this: these cowboys who come through, these cowboys and cowgirls, this is not their only event. I mean, this is a string of events,
Mm-hmm.
right? How does that work in the rodeo industry?
The Cowboys want to win the world. I mean, that is their goal. That is why they're doing it. And they have to hit a lot of rodeos to do it. One of the things about our rodeo, it's one of the top paying rodeos in the state. Oh, wow. And so they get one shot at it, and they're going to come here because the money's here. and you're going to get the top cowboys. So they'll have maybe 3 or 4 rodeos a weekend during that week. And so when they leave Vernal, they may go over to Estes Park, they may go up to Casper, Wyoming, they may go up to Calgary, Alberta. There's just so many different rodeos going on at that time. And when it comes right down to it, every dollar they make is 1 point, and that's what gets them to the national finals.
Okay, so the accumulative amount as they are making money kind of puts them in a ranking. And
Correct.
Since we here in Vernal are a pretty good payout for them, you attract some really good cowboys and cowgirls.
Yes.
You know, we have something that is a little money maker for the committee that goes along with the national finals, and we're selling tickets to the national finals.
Oh, wow.
And you can buy a ticket for $1 or a book, 6 tickets for $5. And it's 2 nights, the last 2 nights of the rodeo, plane ticket from Salt Lake to Las Vegas, 2 nights at the South Point Hotel, and $500 cash. So it's and good seats at the rodeo, so it's just a neat thing. So if we got tickets on sale around town, if anybody wants to go to Las Vegas, we'd love their donations.
That's awesome. Okay, I'm going to ask you more about that when we come back. We've got to take a quick break. We're going to hear more from Greg, and then we're going to bring in Brett Hancock after this message from our sponsor, Ashley Regional Medical Center. Stay with us.
Hello, I'm Cy Hutt. I'm the CEO at Ashley Regional Medical Center. You know, these days you hear the word quality a lot in advertising, but there's a big difference between talking about quality and practicing it. At Ashley Regional Medical Center, quality means 2 things.
First, customer service. We hold ourselves accountable for giving each individual patient a positive healthcare experience. The results? In an inpatient satisfaction survey from the end of 2011, Ashley Regional scored better than 70% of U.S. hospitals. Second, quality is following nationally recognized clinical standards. The leading organization in America for setting and monitoring quality standards is the Joint Commission.
In fact, Medicare uses a Joint Commission to ensure that its policies and rules are in effect, to protect patient safety as well as improve treatment results.
Ashley Regional Medical Center has been Joint Commission accredited since 1996 and is the only hospital in Northeast Utah accredited by the Joint Commission.
So what does this mean to you? When you need hospital care, you can be confident that Ashley Regional is committed to and delivers quality care to you and your loved one.
Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to Local Point. Joining me now is Greg Whitbeck and Brett Hancock of the Dinosaur Roundup Rodeo. I love saying that. It's such an exciting time. Okay, we've got so much to talk about. I kind of would like to take maybe day by day and talk about Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. What happens on each of those days? Greg, can you do that for me?
Okay, Thursday night, Christy talked about tough enough to wear pink.
Right.
Okay. That kind of gets things started off. We get the rodeo going. We have, for a special event that night, our Wild West event, we're going to have steer dressing. The steer dressing is a 3-man team. They throw a steer down, put some pantaloons on that steer.
Literally dressing the steer.
Yes, and trying not to get kicked to death. Then they have to pull them up, put it over the tailhead, and chase that steer across the imaginary line, and the first fastest time wins.
I imagine that there's some comic relief that goes along with this one.
It is very exciting.
Very nice. All right.
Okay, and then Friday night, and there's a dance that night also.
Okay.
And no cost to the public, and so they're welcome to come to listen to Jaggertown and dance.
Great.
Friday, of course, our rodeo, and that's when we pay tribute to our Heritage Night.
Right.
And which we just talked about. We'll have a dance that night also,
Okay.
same thing. But our event that night, our special event, will be the hide race.
Okay.
And
And that's where somebody jumps on the back of a hide that's being pulled by a horse, right?
Right.
I remember seeing that. So
Yes. And
put 2 and 2 together.
that's always a fun night.
Local favorite.
Yeah, for sure.
And of course, each night we have the McMillan family, which is a family out of Washington that are trick riders. And so they have young kids and older kids and very athletic, and it's just a lot of fun. And we saw them down in Las Vegas, and it looks like a fresh act, and I think everyone will enjoy it.
That'll be great.
Saturday night, our event that night will be the wild cow milking, and that's been a big hit. We about killed all the cowboys last year. I hope we have some more that'll sign up.
For sure.
We got a little western last year.
It did.
And which night is the mutton busting?
Every night.
Every night's mutton busting. Okay.
We do the mutton
You can't go
busting
wrong.
every single night. Yep, it's
Crowd favorite.
Yeah.
Justin is a good sponsor of that, and that's an every night event.
That's fantastic.
The children's mutton busting. The sign-ups are all in. We've got a lot of kids, more than we could actually put into the rodeo, so they're going to do a drawing here on that and announce the kids that have won that and that have an opportunity to come in and ride those woolly boogers.
Can't believe some kids actually want to do that. I use that as a punishment for my children. I say, I'll make you mutton bust. I promise I'll do it. And again, there's a dance every night. We've got the McMillan family coming in. They're the trick riders. We also have some other talent coming in from out of state.
Right. We have Brian Potter, a clown out of down south, and he's got some good acts. Our bullfighters.
Yeah, Clifford Maxwell's coming back again. This will probably be his last year. He's been here for, I would say, about 13 years straight. Phenomenal bullfighter. His partner this year, again, is Luke Kraut, who's been here. He's the man from down under.
Yeah, there we go.
He's quite a character. He's a fun guy. So we got great cowboy protection with those two guys. Kind of had a long relationship with them. It's going to be hard to see them, especially Clifford, possibly move on and another stage of his life. But you know, that's part of rodeo. Is
yeah, definitely.
Your body only lasts so long.
And you guys have got some great connections. I understand that even the type of animals that we use in this rodeo are so much better than what you might find in another rodeo. How does that work?
Well, you know, as a top rodeo, like the Dinosaur Roundup Rodeo is, it's important for us to make sure that to get contestants here, that they each have an opportunity to come out on the winning end of things.
Right.
And so it's imperative that we have equal rodeo stock. And we've been fortunate to have Powder River Rodeo, Hank and Lori Franson, on board for several years. I think this is actually their 11th. We've got a contract through 2015 with them still. So, but they do a phenomenal job. They have a lot of animals that make it to the National Finals Rodeo every single year. This year they're having one of their animals inducted into the College Rodeo Hall of Fame, Gaddafi Skull. You know, he's been a phenomenal bareback horse. In fact, there's only been 5 bareback horses ever voted into the Rodeo Hall of Fame.
And they're going to have one this year.
And theirs is one of them, the only one from Wyoming, actually.
That's great.
But, you know, they've got quality animals all along. So when these cowboys look to see who the stock contractor is, they know they got a chance of drawing out, and every one of the animals will give them that opportunity to score well and be able to go to the pay window. Right.
They need to have a good, strong animal that performs well so that they can perform well and get a high score.
The way the rate scoring goes is 0 to 50 for the animals, 0 to 50 for the cowboy. And so, you know, as good as a cowboy is, if he scores 50 but he's not riding a top quality animal, then he's going to score low there.
All right.
So he has to be able to be on a good stock.
Yeah, makes sense. All right. Well, just to remind the folks out there in TV land, July 12th through the 14th, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of July. And where can we get tickets?
VernalRodeo.com.
VernalRodeo.com.
And they'll be selling them downtown in the booth.
Okay.
Across from Zion's and Wells Fargo.
Oh, that right there at Cobble Rock?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Cobble Rock. And I want to remind them about the Special Needs Rodeo, which will be Wednesday night from, what is it?
4 to 6.
4 to 6.
4 to 6, so July 11th, Wednesday.
Just before the Country Showdown.
All right, perfect.
So come out.
Come out and watch the rodeo. That's it for us. Thank you for joining us today. Please join us next time right here on VTV Channel 6.